Yeah, I'd say so. This is going to be a fun game one. Of course, the loser will have to leave the DPL-CDA for these playoffs, and winner will go through to the lower bracket finals. Fly, while he has the chrono and he can get active, after that chrono is expended, you're kind of just stuck, AFK farming for a bit. In fact, mid lane, Emo's going to be in trouble right now. FY going to rotate in with the orb, and X-Nova trying to break the gap, but Kaka and Oli are going to join, and now the Laguna. Ooh. Emo does get the first blood onto X-Nova, and he's going to be able to perhaps get a regen. No, FY will deny it off. He will orb away, so he won't really be able to commit just by himself and see if he could kill off Fly. It's going to make it an 0-2 for IG, and well, LGD, they continue to just play the slow game. Now a Moonlight Shadow to come out from Kaka, and top lane, Chrono was committed onto that Enigma, old 11. Just going to try and run away here, but no, he commits the black hole, and it's actually enough damage. Fly is going to go down, and now the hook shot out from X-Nova. Kaka's going to be chased on that Mirana. They drop a sentry. Somnus, can you get in range for the Nether Blast? It looks like he can, and he will get the kill. Just great turnaround there from the side of LGD. People start blowing up across the map. It's hard to see whether it favors IG to play this slow game either, right? Because it's just, there comes a point where there's just a huge spike on LGD, and now the hook shot is going to be out onto the DK. JT, he really does not survive long when the Pugna's there. In fact, even Chalice is there, but a nice Laguna out on X-Nova, but Emo will go down, and now Kaka needs to get up, at the Boundless Strike, and the Dream Call from FY does connect, and that means it's going to be a 4-hero wipe, and there it is. There it is. It only took a 4 heroes going down, and Fly needs to be a little bit careful there down at the bot lane. Just trying to farm up in that Radiant jungle. Well, top lane Kaka is currently being watched as FY does go for the Dream Call, and the Chalice does jump in on the MK. Still Dream Call about to wear out, and Kaka, he does make it out. Now Emo with the stun and the arrow. Chalice, he's in big trouble, and he is going to go down. IG, they want more, John. Moonlight Shadow, they know FY's around somewhere.
They find a great trade, picking off a really important Monkey King and Chalice, and he's not been farming up. He's been focused on maintaining that laning presence. This is, meaning that if he misses out on these kills, he's actually missing out on the farm as well.
Chrono with the Earth Splitter flying in, and, well, he's not dead yet. Black Hole is going to be committed. Old 11, he's actually holding him down. Fly will be able to time walk out of there now. Emo finish up the Pugna, and X-Nova also going to be in trouble. It's going to be another 3 heroes going down here for LGD. Chalice apparently killing off JT up at the top lane, but it is just not the same kind of trade. IG getting the much better end of the stick.
As we stay at 8-8, there's a slight 1k advantage here for LGD. They do have a nice spike up. There's that blink ready for FY.
Chrono being committed. Chalice, he's actually a lot tankier though. Fly can't get through the HP, but with Emo here, perhaps the silence is there. But look at these bashes. Fly just bashes this monkey forever, and now Yules is going to be out on FY, and he gets Laguna down. Emo not playing games with the puck. Does get him out. Going to be another 2 kills going to the way of IG.
This early build-up for Fly, just a pure speed he right-clicks. Makes it really hard when you get unlucky. And it just snowballs from there as X-Nova just spotting out the rotation down mid. Emo doesn't have the backup, but they're running for someone else.
Old 11. He's in trouble. Hookshot is going to be out onto Emo in the backlines, and now Somnus actually going to go on JT. Old 11 still alive, going for the Roshan deny. No. He will go down to JT, and now JT thinking the exact same thing, but he's going to make a run for it as now Fly will be in there with Emo, and that should be X-Nova going down, but here comes Somnus. Maybe he should have stayed away as Fly on top now with the bashes flying out, but Chalice now will join in with the Boundless and the Jingu Mastery. They will get the Pugna, but the Yules is out. Chalice, can he finish off the kill? No, they cannot. So now Chalice is going to go down, and well, FY, he jumps in with the Dream Coil, but it's not going to be enough. In fact, on the sidelines, X-Nova, he dies again, and now Fly still on the chase here, trying to find the final member of LGD. Emo wants to get the Yules off on the puck. Can he get it in time? No, but Fly is trying to cut him off, and now, oh, he gets Yules himself. That was his own Yules, but it won't matter. FY will die anyway, and that is basically a full team wipe. They smoke up as well. They'll break the smoke of JT. Pings are coming up. The Moonlight Shadow try and just re-engage here for IG. Why gonna jump in? Does get the two-man Dream Coil, and they'll start off with JT. Now the Black Hole will be committed, only catching one, but the Chrono actually gets 3 of them and cancels off the Black Hole. That means Old 11 is gonna die, and now Chalice, he's also gone. Somnus, he will be surrounded. The Decrepify doesn't help him. It does for now. JT will go down to Somnus, but how long could this Pugna survive? The answer is probably not very long, but no, the Decrepify and TP play will not be enough. Kaka was there with the Starfall. Oh, what a chrono from Fly.
The biggest core they have is Somnus, who still does great damage with a Dagon, but they need their playmaker course in front to have the farm. They need the BKBs up on Chalice and on Old 11, and we've talked about that for so long. It's just taking forever to build up.
Setting up on FY with the arrow. Now the stomp to fly in, but Chalice trying to help out. FY Walker and JT is going to die, so it's FY for JT. Not a bad trade out for LGD, and now they want a bit more than that. They don't really have the lockdown at the moment, not without the Black Hole or Dream Coil. And now Emo going to catch out Somnus, but a hook shot in from X-Nova. He does get 2 in the cogs. They jump in with the Midnight Pulse. There goes X-Nova, but Emo is also going to die. Now the Earth Splitter not connecting on anyone, but they got Chalice on the Monkey King, and again Fly. He just keeps bashing them. He's bashing on command, this guy. There's Somnus going down, and Old 11 once again being the last one available. He'll be alright to blink out and just walk back to the fountain.
Yeah, and that was a fight without the chrono up. You know, that's a fight where Fly didn't even have to launch that control out. And IG still finding these favorable trades. FY is in a very scary spot with X-Nova, and I don't think they want to be up here at this time.
They saw the orb flying out, so Kaka, another Yule setup, but X-Nova going to block off the arrow, but you have Chrono in 1 second. That'll be X-Nova gone. FY trying to survive. Old 11 gets a big Black Hole off. It's going to catch 3 of them, but do they have the damage? Perhaps not. Fly. He will be able to time walk out of there, and now JT comes back in on the DK, kills off FY. You still have that Chrono available. They might re-engage here, IG. They're waiting. Old 11. He will get jumped on, but Fly. Oh, the Chrono. That wasn't it. That was not it, but Fly. He'll keep going. Chalice going to try and man-fight, but here comes Old 11. Not really. It was Emo just ripping apart Chalice. Old 11, he had no way of jumping back in, John.
Not quite the most effective way of revealing that Ags on JT, but you know, it's still a good time. They smoke up. They're still going to force it out, IG. Got that advantage.
Oh, everything's up. I mean, the DK form's about to wear off, but they got a huge target in Somnus with the arrow follow-up, and he's gone. Buys a blink before he dies. IG, they could just keep going. They might even just go for the Roshan attempt. So ignore the top lane. Go for the Rosh. Things are coming out from LGD. They have got that Black Hole BKB up on Old 11. Still Kaka in a bit of trouble, though Boundless does not connect. X-Nova still just trying to bait them in here. JT, they found the Enigma. Laguna going to fly out. Old 11, he's gone. They're really depending on that Black Hole to be able to fight this Roshan, and well, now it is definitely not an option to try and counter this.
First rush of the game going their way. There are some options to try and steal. FY is trying to run his way down. It's just,
Dream Coil
it's not safe here.
Is there. Chalice won't bother jumping in either. And Roshan is gone. Fly does take the Aegis for himself. And the chase is still on. FY trying to get out of there, but Emo knows he's in the tree line somewhere. Will eventually just leave him. That orb is going to make it even, going to remind him he is still there. And now with the Dragon Slave, it does connect. FY does blink to the left and goes to the TP. Emo, blind stun, does get it. And he went for the TP but cancels it immediately. Oh, very nice stun, FY. Playing games with Emo, but Emo's not interested.
And IG, they've got the Chrono, they've got the Aegis. They smoke up.
Emo's on the chase right now. He's going after Chalice and that Monkey King. Meanwhile, in the Radiant Triangle, oh, you don't want Old 11 to die like this. They need him. He's going to go down. IG, they're just all over him. Backdoor protection doesn't matter. It just doesn't. It's just everyone though. JT's got the Black Dragon up. Dota Plus is sitting at 99%. And that 1% chance, John, is the black hole. I guarantee it. But they jump in onto the Mirana now. Kaka is slowly going down. He does get 4-star from leaps away, and he actually gets out.
Oh.
Now Fly. He gets in with the Chrono on the Enigma, but the Decrepify not allowing him to finish it, but Emo will Laguna him down. Back on to Somnus, and there's the GG. They've had enough. A very, very hard game, number 1 for LGD, but IG looking fantastic to start us off on this series.
Oh, they definitely are. They've come out on top, taking the first game, and this is against the grain. You know, we talked about the odds. We talked about LGD being the favorite.
Game number 2. Winner of this, route to the lower bracket final, but LGD, they're going to try and force this to a game number 3. IG just 1 game away.
But it's down to whether or not they get a good start in, say, JT. They need to play around the Ravages from that off lane. If JT gets off to a fighting start, then he could get some space to build up for himself.
Ooh.
If not, ooh.
Nice little kill there onto Kaka. Brain Sap coming in from X-Nova, and Chalice had enough damage.
You know, having those early rotations out from LGD did free up a few of the side lanes. They've been able to get some more space for JT to find some EXP, and they've been able to apply some good pressure onto Fly, who hasn't really been able to really farm up in this lane.
Somnus. Berry Fire is going to save him. Kaka's gone for it. He leaps in, but Somnus is still running. There's his courier, or that's rather X-Nova's courier, will go down now, and that was actually a lot of items out. X-Nova still going, is going to get punished for it now. Emo just waiting behind the Mirana, and eventually does get the kill, and now Somnus will show himself once again in that mid lane. But while all that's happening, FY, also being chased down by Ollie, will barely get out, and well, it's back to Somnus. Vortex is going to be there. Kaka with the Star Force, still not enough. This DK survives, but Ollie is there now with the stomp. Can they actually kill him off? Somnus, he will finally go down, but he at least manages to kill off Kaka before he does die, and man, that took a lot of effort. Both teams will just probably play slow until they get those first few core items, and just go from there, unless X-Nova gets caught out here on the Bane, but he'll be fine to just walk out. FY is also there on the Phoenix. It's all just both teams just trying to protect their mid laners. But while that's happening, Chalice does end up dying on the Clinks.
Yeah, it's a big pickup for IG. Again, they have given Chalice a lot of room to just farm. This kind of offset it. That was JT's first Ravage being expended, but considering that her Tide wouldn't leave that lane.
That's a big kill. Old 11 also going down. Emo making the rotation in on the Storm. And now X-Nova may just be dead as Emo does pop the regen, waiting for that mana. And he won't even bother. He's just going to use it to farm instead. And you can farm very, very effectively once the regen rune is active in the jungle, as Emo is doing. Looks like he'll just open up the mid lane for one of his supports that, well, neither of them take it, because bot lane Fly ends up going down to Old 11 and FY. That's still a better trade for LGD, killing off that Spectre. But you've just got to be a little bit concerned about how much gold this Storm is getting and how many kills he's getting. In fact, bot lane, Stomp is going to be out on Old 11. And here we go again. Emo just TPs in with Fly and Ollie. And that'll be Old 11 going down to the Storm. That's his 5th kill of the game, and we're 9 minutes in.
Yeah, it's just classic Emo. Yeah, they definitely are. IG did force the egg out. I don't think that's ideal for LGD. That's not necessarily what they wanted to blow there, although down mid.
Onto Somnus, the Haunt in with the arrow, but the Ravage is going to be massive from JT. And with that, they just blow up FY and Somnus.
Oh yeah, and that really makes up for it. They've got activity as well from Fly. He's ready to go. When they have Haunt, they've got set up elsewhere. They come in and they just Meteor Hammer down. Transition to a nice tower as well. LGD though. 11.
Oh, they have caught out the Spectre again. Fly sticking around perhaps a bit too long. Gonna try and make a run, but they've got the Nightmare and now X-Nova. Nightmare will be taken by Kaka. Fly still running, but the dunk will be out by Old 11. And now they're gonna try onto Kaka. The blink is being cancelled off, and now a stomp out from Ollie. There's going to be no follow-up to that axe. They'll just leave him be, and now a DD root on Chalice. That Orchid. Emo has to be careful.
It's a big spike. Oh,
Yeah, he's going to go straight into him. This should be Emo going down. Fly trying to help out, but they do get the big storm. Fly is moving forward with the Meteor Hammer, and FY is going to get nightmared. What a nightmare dodge by Xnova. He dodges the stomp and the Meteor Hammer.
oh boy.
Now Chalice going to turn back around. JT going to join in with the Ravage. Does commit onto the Clinks. It's going to be a massive pickoff with the Earth Splitter. Chalice will go down. Now another stomp out. Xnova going to be in danger, and FY will be forced to commit the egg. But L11, he jumps in with the call. He gets all three of them, and that'll mean the egg will pop off. FY going to be back into it. Old 11 going to be able to kill off the Mirana. And now they just try to get out, but the Haunt is coming in, but it's not going to be enough. They just TP out of there. Emo gonna zip in, does take out the axe. But what a call from Old 11. Or at least being scouted out by LGD, but now they do go for a smoke. They want to take advantage of that blink and Meteor Hammer, not to mention the BKB of Somnus. It's huge power spikes here, and they do jump in on the Tide with the call and the Sunray. Arrow flying through won't do much, but JT turns around with the Ravage, connecting on all four of them, and they can't finish him off. Now Emo, he'll zip in straight onto that axe with the Vessel, but the Fiend's Grip from Xnova gonna hold down the Storm, and Chalice will be able to take him out, and now JT getting dunked on by Old 11. Oh, LGD really turning that one around. And by the way, Somnus never even used his BKB. They're smoking without the Ravage. They just feel like they've got to do something. Down towards that bot lane, Chalice is there. And they're going to zip straight in. Chalice, he didn't back off. He didn't know they were coming, and now the dust will be popped. He'll try to juke them out. The Gush is there, and Emo should have the damage, and does. That's a big pick off there on Chalice. LGD, they will not really have much of a response. That regen rune going to be taken by Somnus, just denying it away from the Storm, and they're going to counter smoke. They're going to run into JT all by himself from that Tide Hunter. Should be an easy pick off here for LGD, and with the Sunray it's going to be very, very easy. Or maybe it's not JT, he's still alive. The Ravage comes through, connecting on all three, and FY, he does go down. And JT just walks out of there. But now, Old 11 does at least get Ollie. And, well, Chalice dies to Emo and Fly.
Oh yeah, that is a much more favorable trade for IG. Even if that Ravage was an entirely different area, they find some big kills. They save JT, and they make use of that haunt well. They've got to be careful though. There's still a fight here in LGD.
Old 11 does pop the BKB, gets the call off onto Emo with the Meteor Hammer, but it doesn't really look like it landed.
Oh, no.
In fact, they're still going to turn around with the Fiend's Grip from Xnova, and they do get the Storm. Still Xnova might die here, but it won't really matter if he does. They got the target they wanted, but Old 11, they don't want to lose him, nor do they want to lose Somnus, who does pop his BKB, but he's taking too much damage. Old 11 does get in with the call again. Now the Sunray to try and heal him up, but the arrow gonna stop the Sunray, and Old 11 does end up going down. FY will pop the egg. They do lose Fly on the Spectre, and the Sun, well, it's gonna pop. FY gonna take this team fight by himself with the Sunray and Fire Spirits. He'll go on to Ollie, and nobody is fighting back up until that arrow does land now, but he still gets the kill onto Ollie before he does go down, and here comes Chalice. Back in, respawning, gets the clumsy net on the Mirana, but was out of range and just gets out of there. LGD, what are they up to? They're wrapping around through the Radiant Jungle again. Old 11, of course, can just fight whenever he wants, and I believe he saw Emo. Moonlight Shadow's going to be there. JT gonna gush onto the axe. Ravage is up in 3 seconds. Old 11 Gets stunned up with an arrow follow-up, but here comes Somnus now. Sunray on JT. Chalice going to join in. JT still just trying to walk away as the BKB was there from Somnus. He is still alive, however. Meanwhile, Fly jumping in, but he's by himself. He'll go after FY, but I don't know about this. He needs some help. The Fiend's Grip will come out. Emo doesn't know who to help out. Fly still trying to Spectral Dagger away. Will make a run for it, but X-Nova does kill him off. But now the Ravage onto 3. Somnus, Chalice, they're both gone, and X-Nova also caught out by Emo. They use Fly as the sacrifice to win in the end up against LGD's team fight, and they even out the net worth.
Emo's bounced back to 14 charges on his Bloodstone, and our Storm Spirit, after a rough mid-game, shaping up towards the end of this phase, he's almost got his Lincolns. And at that point, he's going to be able to stand and fight a lot safer. He doesn't have to worry about the wide ult.
Goes on to Ollie by himself, gets the Meteor Hammer proc, but here comes Emo. FY gonna be there. Now still trying onto Ollie. Kaka also around. There's the dunk from Old 11. He just pops the BKB with another call out. Old 11 now with the sun being dropped from FY. Emo, he's out of mana. He's trying to make a run for it and eventually does manage to zip away, but no, he's still there. Old 11 getting used up, but the sun ray from FY will burn the storm. And Kaka probably also going to die, but Emo, he buys back. He wants blood, and he might just get it. There goes Old 11. There goes FY, and X-Nova has been left behind. Maybe he hasn't. Chalice is still around. But of course, he's not going to engage. And it'll be a 3-for-3 with the buyback being committed by Emo to try and even out that fight.
The one boon here for IG is at the 30-minute mark. I mean, Fly, we talked about him having a slow ramp up. He does still hit that level 20 spike. So he's got additional HP.
Oh, they caught up the Clinks. Chalice underneath the Sentry Ward of the Radiant side does get caught out, and it's back to the Roshan now.
They're in a difficult position now, right? Their lineup was doing swell early on. They found us early objectives, but now you're at the point where you really rely on Somnus to be this big core. And they're at the point where Old 11 is all the control they have, although he is TPing forward.
Arrow, not going to be on target. Kaka really sticking around, but here comes Emo, zipping right in onto that axe with Fly. They haunt in, the BKB activated, but is it going to be enough? FY's here on the Phoenix, but they are so slow. FY has the egg in a second. He might need to pop it soon. He'll go for the Yules. Old 11 does go down, and FY does end up dying, and now X-Nova also being caught out by Kaka. It might start to fall apart here from LGD. These last couple engagements not really going their way. A 4K net worth lead now from IG.
And with this nice lead IG's given themselves, with them holding out in the half-hour mark.
Emo uses all his mana, does have dust, does get him as well. Somnus hiding in the fog, but Emo, he uses the Static Remnant and finds him. Gets the BKB charge out of Somnus. That was his 7-second charge being expended. Of course, in a game like this, those BKB charges, the duration does really matter quite a lot. In fact, Chalice, Emo just jumps in with a regen rune. And well, the call is juked out from Emo, but JT does cop it. And Chalice is going to be saved by the Axeman.
Emo has a bigger window to do his damage. He's going to care less about that being popped. And they saved themselves the trouble. IG didn't have to pop Ravage to find anything there.
Here we go again. They haunt in. Emo just zips straight into that mid lane. Somnus is very, very low and does go down to the Earth Splitter. Now FY will be jumped, but he will Icarus dive out of there. It's onto X-Nova. They're diving tier 4 towers right now. X-Nova will go down, but buys back immediately. LGD do not want to give up this mid-Rax. And rightfully so. They will try to hold on. But they don't have their highest net worth hero. Somnus is down with that buyback. Oh, they called it. GG's been called. All right, IG forcing the GG call, and LGD just could not make it work. And IG get a 2-0 victory over LGD of all teams, and that means they're going to go through the lower bracket final to face up against Asta tomorrow.